The 1911, legendary, but limited. But with the introduction of the double-stack 1911, which is often called the 2011 because of the time that it was introduced, the main limitation was lifted: capacity. But those guns had, and still have, another significant limitation: price. If you're keeping your eye on the thermostat and trying to get the kids to turn off the lights when they leave the room, you might not be willing to shell out serious bank for a range toy. I'm not bad-mouthing the boutique guns, but not everyone can afford them. But a few years ago, Springfield Armory crashed the party with their Prodigy model, and the biggest difference was the price. Believe it or not, I had never seen a Prodigy in real life until I got a pair to test just recently. So let's look at this brand new model. This is the 1911 DS Prodigy Comp AOS in Coyote Brown. That's a mouthful. Like its siblings, the Coyote Brown Prodigy is available in both full-length 5-inch and commander size 4 1/4-inch models. And now the list includes the new ported barrel in both of those sizes. I tested both the 5-inch and the 4 1/4 Prodigy Comp AOS pistols in Coyote Brown. I put a Vortex Defender ST red dot on the 5-inch gun, so this review is mostly about that one. Obviously, the big deal with the Prodigy is the capacity of the pistol and the sensible price. Capacity is achieved by widening the grip enough to accommodate the double-stack magazine, which allows for 17-round, 20-round, and even 26-round capacity magazines. That wider grip frame is a polymer component that's married to the forged carbon steel frame. Frame and slide are finished in a durable and attractive Cerakote, in this case, Coyote Brown in color. That polymer grip is nicely textured, and the texture is consistent all the way around. The ambidextrous safety is nicely designed and tuned, and the levers are just wide enough to ensure a nice clean swipe and uses a thumb rest, but not so wide that it digs into you when you're holstering it or snags during the draw. And the touch is just right. It's easy to swipe on and off with a light click, but with enough resistance so that you don't do that accidentally. The polymer lower includes the trigger guard, which has the same molded texture on the front edge, and it's nicely undercut. The forged steel frame of the Prodigy has been widened from the dust cover all the way back to the manual safety. This subtle enhancement is aesthetically pleasing, and it makes grasping the front serrations feel smoother. I also really like the look. My favorite result of the widened frame is the recessed fit of the slide lock lever. No more irritating impact with my forward thumb when I shoot, which can sometimes happen with 1911s. And even with gloves, I was surprised how nicely the double-stack Prodigy fits in the hand. It didn't feel fat or affect my trigger reach. At the rear of the slide is the Agency Optics System, or AOS. That's the optics-ready component of the Prodigy. It uses a series of plates to fit all the major red dot footprints to the gun. And they're not just adapter plates. Each AOS plate comes with its own rear sight mounted on it, and each sight is designed to co-witness with the optics that fit that specific footprint. The sights are anti-glare, blackout, with a U-notch. Sorry for any extra noise you might be hearing that I didn't edit out, but my dog is laying next to me and he's decided that it's time to give himself a bath and just generally make noise. Now, where was I? Oh yeah. For secure mounting, these AOS plates slide into a dovetail-style rear mount before the screws are fastened, and This really gives the mount an extra strong, stable platform that helps hold your optics zero and it doesn't put all the stress on just two small screws. Out front, the Prodigy is equipped with a tritium night sight that's tall enough for co-witnessing. And of course, this Prodigy model is a comp, which means compensated. The integrated compensator is achieved by a single port that's near the muzzle of the barrel. The port is relatively large, and it's located at the top center of that barrel, and it's paired to a corresponding opening in the slide. What it does is direct the hot gases straight up to push the muzzle downward. This is clearly an advantage for the competitive shooter. Less muzzle flip means the sights return to the target faster, which allows for faster follow-up shots. During my testing at the range, I was able to enjoy rapid fire with very little muzzle rise. The Prodigy Comp is one of the flattest guns I've ever fired. At real-time speed, it seems like your front sight never comes off the target. Springfield wisely put the port in front of the front sight too, and this keeps the carbon and other particles that are mixed with those hot gases from fouling the sight and getting it really dirty and hard to see. I shot both the 5-inch and the 4 1/4 Prodigies, and the porting provided such great results with each that it was hard to tell the difference as far as recoil. I shot some rested groups using the 5-inch Prodigy Comp. That's the one with the Vortex Defender ST red dot mounted on it. 3 5-shot groups were fired from 15 yards using a CTK Precision bench rest. Okay. And this table shows the best of each of those 3 groups for every load, also the averages of all of those 3 groups. So easily achieving 1-inch groups with 2 out of the 3 ammunition loads on a cold, windy winter day with my personal feeble skills is a testament to the inherent accuracy of the Prodigy and the 1911 platform itself. The Prodigy seems to be growing out into a product line with a whole lot of choices. And that also means marketplace compatibility for accessories, which by now should be pretty plentiful. A lot of the Prodigy's standard features are options on many other guns if they're even available at all. Things like ambidextrous safety, full-length 2-piece guide rod, tritium night sights, generous Picatinny mounting rail, forward slide serrations, skeletonized hammer and trigger, and the AOS mounting system, which is one of the best. This is all a really great value. The Springfield Armory is already famous for its vast selection of high-quality 1911 models that appeal to everybody from entry-level buyers all the way to elite law enforcement. But what that really means is that they know the platform inside and out. And this 1911 DS Prodigy Comp AOS model is the first Prodigy I've tested, and I like what I see. I had a great time doing the range testing with both of these guns, especially the 5-inch, despite the cold winter weather, and it's making me want to add one to my personal collection. You can't go wrong with the 1911 trigger or with the service and support of a company like Springfield Armory behind it. That's what I think. Let me know what you think in the comments below. And don't forget to smack that like button. It really helps the channel. This is just an opinion. Thanks for watching.